Most people come to San Francisco for the big icons, the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and Fisherman's Wharf. But one of the most beautiful, peaceful, surprising places in the entire city is a national park that almost every visitor skips. It's where I go when I want to clear my head, walk under the trees, watch the fog roll in, or just stand on a bluff overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. And today, I want to show you why the Presidio has become one of my favorite places in San Francisco. Just past the Golden Gate Bridge is a whole other side of the city, one most people never explore. In this video, we're heading into the Presidio, a former military base that's now a mix of forests, beaches, art installations, and incredible views.
I'm Jill, and I live about a mile away from the Presidio. It's become one of my go-to places for exploring outdoors, doing some hiking, and even learning more about San Francisco's history. Today, I'm so excited to show you some of my favorite trails, viewpoints of the Golden Gate Bridge and around San Francisco, and some other hidden treasures that I think you're really gonna love. So if you're ready to start exploring, let's jump right in.
We're kicking things off at one of the city's newest highlights, the Presidio Tunnel Tops. It opened in 2022 and spans 14 acres right over the traffic tunnels leading to the Golden Gate Bridge. I still remember when a busy highway cut this area in half. Now it's a seamless green space connecting the main post to the waterfront. When you step onto the lawns, the views hit you instantly. You get a full, wide open panorama of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the San Francisco Bay. It's one of those places where you just stop and take a deep breath. I also love all the activities available here. Families can enjoy a picnic, kids can climb all over the Outpost Nature Playground, and there's almost always a lineup of food trucks. It's one of my favorite places to grab a snack, find a sunny spot, and soak up the day. Right next to the tunnel tops is the Presidio Visitor Center, which I always recommend as your first stop. It's inside a beautifully restored historic guardhouse where you'll find rangers and staff ready to help you map out your day. There's a 3D model of the entire Presidio and a huge wall map, which are both incredibly helpful for understanding how everything fits together. There's also a video wall that shows special events and exhibits happening around the park that day. The interactive displays are fun and give you a quick look at the park's history and natural ecosystems. Make sure to spend a few minutes watching their short, fascinating videos about different aspects of the park. They include everything from its overall history to how Tunnel Tops Park came to be. It's the easiest way to get your bearings before you head deeper into the park. Oh, and you can also pick up some books and souvenirs before you head out for your visit. Just a short walk away, the modern vibe fades, and suddenly you're surrounded by history. The Presidio has been a military post since 1776, first Spanish, then Mexican, and finally the U.S. Army. For more than 2 centuries, it's played a huge role in guarding the Golden Gate. Today, the main post looks like a peaceful historic village. The red brick barracks and officers' quarters are now houses, museums, and restaurants. Lucasfilms is just a few steps away, home to the famous Yoda fountain, which is always a fun surprise for visitors. The Presidio Officers Club is one of the oldest buildings in San Francisco, with parts dating back to the original Spanish fort. Inside, there's a free museum that tells the story of the Presidio through exhibits, artifacts, and personal stories. Not far from there is the San Francisco National Cemetery. It opened in 1884 and was the first national cemetery on the West Coast. More than 30,000 service members and family members are buried here, and the rows of white headstones, with the Golden Gate Bridge behind them, are incredibly moving. Every Memorial Day, volunteers place a flag at every single grave. It's one of the most powerful sights you'll see in the city. You will also find other war memorials and plaques throughout, where you can learn even more about the Presidio and our military history. And of course, we can't talk about the Presidio without mentioning the Golden Gate Bridge, because the only way to reach the bridge from its southern end is by walking, biking, or driving through the Presidio. The entire northern edge of the park hugs the coastline, leading right up to one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. You'll find incredible viewpoints all along the way, from Battery East near the Welcome Center to the coastal bluffs to Crissy Field down below. But this video would be an hour longer if I tried to squeeze in all those viewpoints. So if you want the best views, insider tips, and my favorite places to photograph the bridge, I have a full Golden Gate Bridge viewpoints video on my channel. Make sure to watch that after this, and it'll help you plan that perfect visit. The Presidio is also home to the largest collection of outdoor works by artist Andy Goldsworthy in North America that's open to the public, and finding them feels like a nature-filled treasure hunt. His first piece here, Spire, rises nearly 100 feet into the sky. It's built from trunks of Monterey cypress trees removed during forest restoration. From there, a beautifully forest path leads to Woodline, which is a long curving line of eucalyptus logs stretching across the forest floor. It's completely different from Spire. This piece hugs the land and follows its natural curves. You can walk beside it or even try to balance along the top like a beam. Another piece, Treefall, sits inside a small gunpowder magazine where branches spill dramatically across the ceiling. They no longer open the gate for you to step inside all the way, but you can peek through this gate with really small holes to get a glimpse of what it's like. The doors usually open on weekends, but close like this on weekdays. The final piece, Earthwall, sits in the Officers Club courtyard. Goldsworthy embedded curved eucalyptus branches into a mall made from Presidio earth, blending the built environment with its natural surroundings. Seeing all four pieces takes you on a gorgeous 3-mile walk through forests, historic buildings, and quiet corners of the park.
So I want to do a quick check-in. We are about halfway through with more hidden treasures left to explore, but I want to see what you think about the Presidio. Also, if you want more great San Francisco travel advice every single week, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel.
Next, we're stepping into a world of creativity at the Walt Disney Family Museum. It's tucked inside one of the historic main post barracks and tells Walt Disney's personal story, not the theme park version, but the life of the real person behind it all. You'll walk through beautifully designed galleries that follow Walt's early life in the Midwest, his breakthrough into animation, and the creation of beloved characters and films. There are early drawings, personal letters, family photos, and interactive displays where you can hear Walt in his own words. One of the biggest highlights is a 14-foot model of Disneyland as Walt first envisioned it. The museum also hosts rotating exhibits and special events throughout the year. Whether you're a Disney fan or just someone who appreciates creative storytelling, this is an incredible place to spend a couple of hours. Now let's get into what I think is the heart of the Presidio. It's wild, tree-lined hikes and coastal beauty. With 24 miles of trails, you can wander for hours out here. Lover's Lane is one of the oldest paths in San Francisco. It dates back to the 1700s and was once used by Spanish soldiers as they walked between the main post and Mission Dolores. In the 1800s, American soldiers walked this same trail to visit their sweethearts in town, which gave it its romantic name. Today it's a peaceful path lined with eucalyptus trees, and it runs right alongside Goldsworthy's woodline. For the best coastal views, head to the California Coastal Trail. It winds along rugged bluffs with Golden Gate views around every corner. If you follow the trail far enough, you'll reach Marshall's Beach. It's a bit of a climb, but the reward is one of the closest, most spectacular ground level views of the Golden Gate Bridge. Just know the beach is clothing optional. Nearby, Baker Beach is a wider, more accessible stretch of sand with one of the most photographed views of the bridge. It's perfect for a walk or a picnic, but not for swimming because of the strong currents. Parts of the northern end of this beach are clothing optional as well. And over near Crissy Field, you'll find another transformation story. What used to be a military airfield is now a restored tidal marsh and one of the most loved waterfront walkways in the city. It's great for biking, walking, and soaking in the views of the Golden Gate Bridge. Before you plan your trip, here are a few quick logistic things to make your visit much easier. Parking in the Presidio is actually pretty easy by San Francisco standards. Most lots have machines where you pay for your parking, or you can use an app to pay instead. You'll find lots near all the major spots: the main post, Crissy Field, Baker Beach, and around the Golden Gate Bridge. On weekends or sunny days, lots near the Golden Gate Bridge and Baker Beach fill up early, so try to arrive a little early to avoid the crowds. If you want to skip the car, transportation is simple. 3 Muni bus routes get you into the Presidio: the 28, the 30, and the 43. Once you are here, you can hop on the free Presidio Go shuttle, which connects the park's main areas. Rideshares also work great here and have dedicated pickup areas. Food options are scattered throughout the park. Tunnel Tops usually has a fun lineup of food trucks right outside the Welcome Center. Other options in the main post include spots like Dahlia Mediterranean Restaurant and Colibri Mexican Bistro. You'll also find a great cafe, Il Parco, right next to the Visitor Center for snacks and coffee. Down by Crissy Field, the Warming Hut is a perfect stop for sandwiches or something warm to drink with a beautiful waterfront view. And if you want to turn your visit into a full getaway, there are actually 2 hotels inside the Presidio. The Inn at the Presidio sits near the main post and has a quiet, cozy, almost lodge-like feel with fireplaces and a peaceful atmosphere. The Lodge at the Presidio is steps from the main post and offers spacious rooms, some with incredible views of the Golden Gate Bridge. Both offer direct access to trails and history. The serene atmosphere will make you forget you are staying in a major city. So, from the energy of the tunnel tops to the quiet history of the National Cemetery, from Goldsworthy's natural sculptures to the creative world of the Walt Disney Family Museum, and from rugged bluffs to peaceful beaches, the Presidio really is a world within a city. Give yourself a full day here. You'll need it to explore everything the Presidio has to offer.
So that wraps things up for this video about the Presidio. I really hope that you found some wonderful things to do in this amazing national park. Also, if you want more great San Francisco travel advice every week, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel.